Dave's a comedian in his outside of work life.
That's right. I'm fucking funny. Laugh. Ow, right in the face.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're working back on the 52 Chevy project. This time the day is finally here. Dave's gonna be coming over to help me out a little bit. We're gonna pull the front clip and we're gonna pull the motor out. The motor's gonna go over to Dave's house for a complete overhaul. So right now, before Dave gets here, I'm gonna start working on the exhaust. We're gonna take the exhaust out, we're gonna take the radiator out, we're gonna take the AC condenser out. So let's get to it. So we're underneath the truck right now, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the exhaust. To pull the engine, we kinda need to pull the exhaust off. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the very back, and we're gonna loosen all the clips and the brackets holding the exhaust into place right here. A clip here. Got another bracket right up in here we need to disconnect. Another sleeve there, a sleeve here on the other side of the muffler, all the way up to the front of the engine. We're gonna pull the crossover pipe off all the way back to the muffler here, all the way back. So the exhaust is all finished. So we're gonna pull this off right now. So we're gonna start in the back and work our way forward. So I'm gonna loosen the sleeve on the exhaust right here. That will loosen up this end piece. I'm gonna take off the two bolts holding this on so the end piece will come right off. Put the nuts back on just so I know where they are. So next up we have the sleeve on the muffler leading to this back section here, and then one bolt right here holding that in place. So we're gonna loosen the sleeve and take this one bolt out, and this section will come right off. This is the section that goes around the gas tank is now off. Take these sleeves with me too. Don't need them getting all lost. All right, next up we're gonna take the actual muffler off. Just need to take this one sleeve off right here. This muffler will come off. Then the last thing will be the entire crossover pipe, which connects to the headers on the engine. All right, so the next thing we need to do is there's a hanger right here that holds this entire back section that leads up to the crossover pipe. So I'm just gonna take that off right now. Going to take the nut off anyway. That's disconnected, and we need to disconnect the actual crossover pipe from the engine. And this should be completely loose. The exhaust riser, set that right there for now. This, need to take this out. Come on. Ooh. Careful there. Simmer down. And then we slide this whole thing forward. Just like that. The exhaust is off the truck. So one last thing we have to do before we actually get to the AC condenser and the radiators, we need to remove the drive shaft out of the transmission. To do that, we just need to undo these 4 bolts back here, and the drive shaft will slide out, and then we'll get to the radiator and the AC condenser. So I'm gonna grab a wrench right now and get this unbolted. And then this just slides forward towards the transmission, goes into the transmission a little bit, then the whole thing will pull right out of the transmission. There we go. It's free on the back side. Now this should just slide right out of the transmission, just like that. The drive shaft is out. Just gonna hand tighten these back in here just so we don't lose them. So now we're gonna move on to the actual radiator and AC condenser. All right, so the first thing, I got the garage door open right now. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the hood off so I can get access to the radiator and the AC condenser. We'll get that pulled out right now. I've got that off. Let's get in there and get the radiator out. So right now on the bottom of both sides of the radiator support, there's 2 bolts down on this side and there's 2 bolts down on the other side. If I remove those 4 bolts, this whole radiator, shroud, AC condenser bracket will come right out. That will lighten up this whole area in here that we're gonna be taking out. So we need to unbolt this whole front clip. The front clip comes off, that'll come out, the front clip comes off. Then we have full access to the engine to get the engine pulled out. To do this, we're probably gonna have to roll the truck outside over here because the engine stand needs to slide in up underneath the truck frame to grab the engine with the cherry picker. You can't do that right now with the car lift in the way. So we're gonna end up rolling the truck forward off the lift, probably about 5 or 6 feet to get the engine pulled out. Once the engine's pulled out, we'll probably set this whole front clip on the trailer over here just to set it someplace. I'll have access to the whole firewall to clean the firewall up on the cab, finish that kick panel in place. So I can just take this off here because it's not bolted in. This whole thing should be loose. There's nothing holding it in down below. These bolts up here are just set in place to get it positioned right. There's nothing holding these bolts in. These were never bolted down. Once these are out, this whole thing should just lift straight out. So I think the only thing left holding the front clip on right now is a bolt on that side and a bolt on this side. So I might jack the truck back up in the air. I might just look underneath the wheel wells here and see if I can find that bolt. So we need to get this thing completely unbolted off the truck to get to the engine. So let's find those other two bolts, get those out, so when Dave gets here we can just pull this thing right off.
Let's sit in the grass.
Go over here.
We're gonna get nice and hot for later. All right, reach down under here.
Take this guy. Ow. Ow. One more yank of poo. Where do you want me to put it?
Just put it in that big hole.
Pick a hole.
I'm trying to find a hole. There's a hole that this thing will go in.
So now we're making a dolly to set the engine on for now, just to hold it in place.
Thank you, Harbor Freight.
Just a really cheesy, ow.
First screw, he got screwed. Oh, that's like freaking beautiful. And you set this thing down, and you know what? This shorter 2x4
Yep.
makes it clear the oil
Perfect.
filter. Or drop her down, champ, I think.
Drop it down. Drop it down. Yeah. Ready?
Yep. Slow, slow. Right. That's freaking beautiful.
Oh, hang on, let me grab the camera just to document this full fun day we've had.
A full fun day.
A full fun day?
The fun fill day.
Oh!
Ba-dum-dum.
We're just sticking this behind the Dodge for now.
Can't see it.
I don't know what to do. You just follow me for fun. Follow me for more tips on moving engines.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, buddy.
So if you want to donate to Phil so that he can have like a bigger shop, just send a couple of bucks every now and then.
Yeah,
It'd be
please.
much appreciated. I used my calibrated eyeball to make that.
Boom.
What do you think about that?
You've got nice eyeballs.
Oh, thanks, Phil. Saying I have nice eyeballs.
There we go.
Push it real
Push
good.
it real good.
There's his temporary home.
For the next 2 to 3 years.
Hopefully not that long. I have successfully wrapped this thing up. Chug, 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 chug. Blah. And that's why we don't play basketball.
That's true. All right, everyone, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. As you can see, Dave and I got the front clip 100% completely removed, and all the new parts that were sitting on the trailer, we put them up on a shelf to get them out of our way. The clip is now sitting on the trailer, along with the front bumper. We got the engine out of the truck to get that out of the way so I can finish the firewall, which will come up in next video. I was hoping to finish the firewall and the kick panel and get that out this week, but we're gonna flip the order around a little bit. So this week's video is the removal of the engine and the clip. Next week, we're gonna get back to finishing the kick panel, toe panel on the firewall. That will be 100% done. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Smash that big red subscribe button, smash the notification icon down below so you know when I do post future videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.